Well, would you look at that? Hi, Elstone. After manually reviewing your video, we've determined that it's suitable for all advertisers. Is non-binary and transgender the same thing? Not only that, if I look here. Remember, I made a video yesterday, right here, this one, The Truth Behind YouTube Blocking Transgender Content, and I specifically showed you how this one was not monetized, it was limited. And it said confirmed by manual review under that. You saw that. You saw that in the video. And look at it now. So, right after I make this video, they step down and they correct the problem. Oh, isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Let's just think about that for a moment. There was nothing wrong with that video. Okay, I request review, and then someone watches it and determines that it's not suitable for all advertisers, confirmed by manual review. Okay, so that should be it. That should be done. But what happened then after that? Did someone else review it after the fact and determine something else? Isn't that bizarre? That's bizarre. But it happened after I made my video calling them out for blocking it for no reason. That's happened before too. I've had videos limited, and I've reached out to the support team. I'm saying, why is this video limited? There's nothing wrong with it. Within like 24 hours, it's back to normal. And I'm like, so I think what we have to do, we just have to call them out. When you call them out for their shenanigans, for their lies, for all the things that they're doing that are wrong, then they can step down because they don't have that power. That's the ultimate thing. You only give them as much power. The only power. The only power they have is how much power you will give them. So if you give them all that power, then they will control everything. It's like a bully, Ugh. I don't know why I make a video when I'm trying to drink this protein drink. It's not good. It's like a bully, They just want a reaction. So they want you to react. They want to feel superior. But they're not. What they're doing is very wrong here. It doesn't make any sense. And you saw right there. You saw how that was manually reviewed and limited. That's interesting. That's it. It's happened multiple times. Let me know your thoughts on it. We could go over some of the, let's see. Let's take a look at some of the comments from yesterday's video. So someone says, let me explain. I recently had this explained to me. Community guidelines. It turns out the Muslim countries in China are YouTube communities also. And because trans bad in Muslim ones, it can flag under community guidelines. Well, that doesn't make any sense with the United States, okay? Each country would have its own laws, so there is no community guideline in the United States. So advertisements in the United States would be just fine. Okay, so it shouldn't be limited at all. And here's the thing: it wasn't the fact that transgender content was limited, because it wasn't. I showed you that. I showed you all of the videos that were perfectly fine. It's the fact that they don't tell you about it. So if it is blocked, well, first of all, China doesn't even have YouTube. So yeah, China, there is no YouTube in China. All that's blocked. So that. Just throw that one out. I don't know about the Muslim countries. How popular YouTube is there. I don't know, but I really don't think that's the case. I think what it is, it's something much deeper than that. That is in the United States. It really is. It's a bias towards certain individuals. And I showed you how you know, when I talk the opposite of what they want me to talk. So if they want me to tell you that there's hundreds of different genders and this and that, then that video may have been fine. But the fact that I said that there's only 2 genders, they didn't like that. So I'm taking it in the opposite direction there. Okay, let's see. So we got another comment here. There's only like 2 comments on that video. Yeah, it was interesting. Wonder why. So yeah, you have that whatever her name is to blame for coming out as trans. So I started talking about Trisha Paytas, I guess, and I don't blame anyone. I don't blame anyone. This was happened way before that. Face it, Autumn/L, the world is not trans friendly. Look what happened with Target announced their bathroom policy. I don't know anything about that. People boycotted by the thousands and still do. So I do agree that, you know, there are people who may not be trans friendly, but there are plenty of people who are. You know, there are plenty of people who are very accepting and very, you know, kind. So it's just how you view the world. If you view the world as not friendly towards those people, then you will meet people who are not friendly towards you for that reason. I don't view it that way. I view it as very accepting, very inviting, very kind, friendly people. And that's the type of people that I meet. I don't meet people who are disrespectful and rude, and at least not in person. Online, yeah, but I don't care about that. So it just depends on your perspective. I don't have the perspective of everyone's out to, you know, be disrespectful to me because I'm trans or whatever. No, I think people are, you know, people should respect someone as a person. It doesn't matter who they are. It doesn't matter what race they are, what gender they are, what sexuality they are, whatever else. It doesn't matter, because we're all just people. And I even take it a step further than that. You know, just everything is equal. It's not just human beings. It is animals and plants, and everything is equal. I see everything as equal because everything is just a different representation in this physical form. The only thing that differentiates me from this cup is that this cup can't talk. This cup can't make videos on YouTube. Imagine that. The Lucky Vitamin YouTube cup, the Lucky Vitamin protein shaker cup YouTube channel where hang on, let me show you. Boy, guess what, boy? I'm a cup. Yeah. So, if that was the case, you know, but really the only difference is that this doesn't have any sort of, I guess, conscience to it. Everything that is a living plant, animal, and human all have a living conscience. So, they have a spirit, they have a whatever you wish to call it, okay? So that's how I view it as. We're all the same, we're all different, but the same, okay? Every living thing. So, again, that's just how I view life. That's how I view life. So when you view life like that, you have much more respect for all the diversity that there is. All the different people who disagree with you and who don't like you. You understand that more. Because they're meant to exist because they have a different opinion than you. Not everyone has to have the same opinion. And that's what the diversity is about. That's what makes it so good. Okay? So I think that is all. That's all going to conclude it here. Had a bit of a setback today, so I will be focusing very hard to get back on track. And that's kind of why I made that story today on my social media and YouTube. I made that story about, you know, we all have setbacks, but you gotta be patient, you gotta be dedicated, you just have to keep going. So, with a setback, there's always a place to learn and grow. That's what I'll be doing. Alright, so I think that's pretty much it. I'm still just waiting for YouTube to, let me show you. Astro Gaming. This one is just, there's my mouse. It's still just sitting here processing. It's been, I uploaded this like a day and a half ago. Still waiting and waiting and waiting. And I reached out to the support team to hopefully get this fixed. I'm just sick of it. I mean, what's so weird is that the video is viewable. I can go to it and watch it, but it doesn't have all the resolutions available. But it still says it's processing. So, oh yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know. No, do I? No, I don't.